Okay, and welcome to the very first episode of Escape to Wonderland. And who better would it be to sit with than Kim Sarni, a woman who needs no introduction. But I'm going to introduce you anyways. All right, Kim Sarni, if you do not know her, you definitely know the hair, you know the face, you've seen her around town in Fort Lauderdale, in Miami, in Boca, everywhere. My God, I don't know how you do it. She is a mother, she's a wife, she is a daughter, she is a doggy mom, a kitty mom. Mm-hmm. But on top of that, you're a businesswoman.
Yes.
You're a philanthropist. Mm-hmm. You are a socialite. Yeah. And best of all, you're my friend.
Aww.
Oh, look how sweet that is. Oh my God. All right, so you are the managing director of Lifestyle Media Group. It is South Florida Business and Wealth and Lifestyle Magazine. And let me tell you, if you don't know that name already, you've been sleeping under a rock, because you have single-handedly made it into Florida. I mean, it is something. All right, so talk to me a little bit. You are somebody who does a great deal of charity. Yep. You sit on 3 boards.
Yep.
Tell me about the boards you sit on.
Sure. So, deep in my heart is Junior Achievement of South Florida. So not to be mistaken with the other branches, but Junior Achievement of South Florida is really something that I strive for. You know, it teaches kids financial literacy and entrepreneurship, and really about kind of building themselves up for the future.
It's amazing. And what's great is, so if you haven't been out there, Kim just co-chaired an event called Uncorked, the highest earning event, highest grossing event they have had ever, right?
Yeah,
that is what I understand.
In 13 years of doing the event, they raised over $380,000 in one night.
Okay, that is absolutely insane. So you co-chaired that. If you haven't been out there, get a tour of this facility. It's absolutely amazing. Inside, they have real-life work scenarios for kids. And one of the offices is Lifestyle Media Group.
Absolutely.
So that's so awesome. So you do that. Tell me about the next board. You're on for Pace for Girls, right?
Yep, I sit on Pace Center for Girls. So this is really about empowering girls who are in high school looking to further themselves. Now, keep in mind, these aren't just, you know, run-of-the-day girls. These are girls who maybe had come from abusive homes or abusive families, or been human trafficked, or sexual abuse victims.
I didn't understand until I came down to Florida, specifically in South Florida.
Yep.
The human trafficking thing is really crazy, and you've been a real champion and partnered with charities that are making sure to stop that.
Yep.
It's unbelievable to me. So if you don't know about that, sort of do some research, because you got to climb out from under that rock.
Yeah, it's actually we are in South Florida, we are the #2 spot for human trafficking all over the world. That's because we have planes, trains, automobiles, and the port.
Yeah.
So if you think about that, that's where people are coming from and being moved from.
That's where I go looking for sailors.
Yeah.
It's scary down there, okay? No, not Kim. All right, so the third and final John board you sit on is what you've got to sit on this one, because they do so much in every community.
Yeah. So it's the Women's Council for the Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce, and there's not much I do with the Chamber except the Women's Council, just because this group of women are so strong and so, sorry.
No worries, and we're going to tell you why she's sitting here with the piano in a minute.
Unbelievably giving and just true to the heart, and they've not only become my fellow board members, but my friends.
Yeah.
And I love everything that we do. We do a new lunch series called CPR. So we're really focused on the community and bringing everybody together and bringing messages.
Awesome. It's so great. So those are the 3 boards she sits on, and there's so much more. But I want to talk. All right, we started a thing here at Wonderland called our Celebrity Sales Associate event. Our first Celebrity Sales Associate event winner was, guess who? Kim Sarni. And boy, did she rock it. And you were selling for United Way that night.
I was.
So she won that night. She got some winnings to United Way, which is fantastic. But the thing that I think is amazing and what people don't know is you have your own nonprofit that you have created. Now, I have to tell you, I think this is so fantastic, because I've created 2 nonprofits for children. I started my first one, and it did not go well at all. It was Martinis for Kids. Nobody liked it.
No. I mean, did all the adults like it?
The adults loved it. But they were like, we should be worried about clean drinking water. And I said, what's cleaner than vodka? So that was my first one. My second one, it had a branding issue. It was Coke for Kids, but it was about bringing Coca-Cola to kids in the third world. Well, guess what? Everyone hated that because they didn't get it. And let me tell you, the people providing this stuff, not easy to deal with.
I'm pretty sure they're not digging holes for natural Coke.
Yeah.
I think it's water.
Yeah,
but
I think
your idea of Coke is so different.
It really is. So here I am as a failure looking to you for wisdom. Tell me about your nonprofit. And I have to tell you, I'm gonna set it off with this. I was on the phone with my mom the other day, and I said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing something in the store for Kim. She's bringing pianos to kids in Haiti." And my mother goes, "Of course Kim is." So tell me what this is, and tell me why you're holding a piano.
So we're going to have a somber moment real quick, because yesterday was the 3rd anniversary of my nephew's passing. And he was the first member of my family out of 15 members of my friends and family who passed away from COVID. Now, I was in New York City at this time, so there was a lot of trauma. Whereas versus Florida, you guys kind of just opened right away and we're just back to it, right?
They pretended like it didn't exist.
And,
yes.
And in all honesty, I wish I could have been here versus there, because it was very traumatizing. And I've been through 9/11, so I've seen trauma, but this was
another level,
right in front of your face. So. Anthony had cerebral palsy and he was mentally challenged, and but he was amazing. He was 31 years old, and he was, when you came to our house, you would bring a keyboard because he would play this thing till it died. And
essentially his communication, really,
it
right?
Was this.
Yes, yeah.
So he loved 2 things in this world: keyboards and ketchup. And my cousins were devastated when he passed. And it's actually my cousin's birthday today, his dad. And so he passed one day before his birthday. So that day will forever be changed.
Yes, yeah.
And so my husband and I were sitting at a bar about 6 months later. It's probably in August.
I can't picture a world where you were at a bar.
Never.
No.
And we're sitting at a bar and we're trying to figure out a way, how do we ease their grief, because they were really going through it. I mean, it was devastating.
Absolutely. A young man, a sweet man.
Yep.
How awful.
Right.
It's a loss.
And he had so many people who loved him and cared for him, in New York City. And so we came up with an idea: why don't they start a nonprofit? Because the one thing that Anthony loved besides ketchup was keyboards. And not like keyboards like, I've had people say, "Oh, we got tons of keyboards." I'm like, no,
not those keyboards. Yes.
And so we're kind of going through it, like, what would the name be? And we said, "Oh, keyboards and ketchup is so catchy and fun and
amazing." Yeah.
What would that mean? Like, what is that? What is a nonprofit, right? And we're not in this to make any money whatsoever. Like, I don't care if you ever donate $1 to me, but if you donate a keyboard, then it makes all the difference, because now we've traveled to 8 countries, 15 organizations, and delivered
in 3 years, no less.
Well,
okay, 2.5.
really.
Okay,
and delivered keyboards to underprivileged kids and adults throughout the world. And we find these organizations, but we don't just bring keyboards. We bring dried goods, we bring food, we bring diapers, we bring blankets, we bring clothing, and we pay for it all. And we just ask for keyboard donations.
Oh my gosh, and this is so awesome.
It's really amazing. And so if you go into keyboardsandketchup.org, you'll actually see videos. We went to Brazil, and we went to Morocco, we went to Colombia, and we did all of these things. And we realized that music is a true unifier.
Yeah. It is a universal language.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and it's the same all over the world.
It doesn't matter if you like rap music or country music, or I like heavy metal. You hear it.
Or Broadway.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah. Don't forget me.
But you listen to it, and somebody listens to the beat, and all of a sudden you guys are connected in ways that you weren't before. So these are kids who don't have forms of communication like you and I. And to see them play like a keyboard.
Oh my God, I love this.
And to hear them, and their eyes light up, and they become this other person, even if it's for a moment in time. So that's what we do.
It's a moment of happiness.
That's right.
And you know what? Here's the thing. I think this is spectacular because it's something that we don't think about. We talk about music in our schools and all these programs, but there are kids in the third world who this will be the only present they receive in their youth, in their childhood, in their lifetime maybe. So this is an opportunity to bring something really beautiful to these kids. So your next trip heads to Haiti in just a few short weeks.
Yeah, in 3 weeks.
Okay, so this is so easy. This is what we want to do. Here at Wonderland, we love to throw a good party. So Kim's telling me about this. I'm like, well, we need to throw a piano party. A party filled with pianos. All right, so the best part about this is, and you're a terrible piano player. Yeah, you're not there. The best part about this is they're only like $20
Yep.
for these pianos. They're easy to find. You can get them on Amazon. So we're going to have a link in the description part of this video. Bring a piano to this party. Tuesday, April 12th, 5:38. Kim will be here playing the piano, I promise you. All right, so bring a piano for her. If you can't bring a piano and just want to make a cash donation for the cost of a piano, we can do that. We prefer it just to be the piano. You bring that. Or we're going to make it easy for you at Wonderland. If you spend $150 or more, we're going to buy one on your behalf and make that donation of the piano, so you are good to go to bring them to Haiti.
Yeah.
In just a few short weeks. I can't believe it.
We're visiting 2 orphanages in Cape Haitian, so don't worry, we're not getting kidnapped, and we have security. But you know, I think it's going to be amazing to see these kids light up, and I'd love to share with you the end result of what these keyboards do for these kids.
Absolutely. Tune in for pictures and things like that. And I just have to giggle because I just am picturing you getting kidnapped, and they would send you right back.
They would send me back.
It would be like, this one's a little bit of work.
It is way too much for me.
And she won't stop playing that goddamn piano.
She won't stop crying.
All right, so that's what's coming up. I love this. Now I want to play a little game called Meet Kim Sarni.
Okay.
Because we all see her and we all know her, but we don't really know about her. Well, I do. I feel like I feel
yeah.
You know what I will say, though, about this is Kim Sarni, everyone you talk to thinks they're her best friend. I'm like, no, I'm her best friend.
Yeah.
And somebody else is. I'm like,
I'm
so
her best
either
friend.
you're really good or you're really actually all her best friends. And I really think you might be, which is kind of amazing. Which is kind of amazing. As we sit here today, and yesterday you just hosted a fireside chat with the president of the Marlins. You hosted a comedy night for SSL. Like, you go nonstop.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this, because what people don't know is you've only been here 2 years.
Yeah.
So you made a meteoric rise in South Florida. How did you do it? What would you say is your key takeaway from your experience doing this?
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm very humble, right, when it comes
She
to
totally is, which is amazing.
And hungry, though. So that's the thing. There's 2 words I like to use, but I think my one goal is for everybody who says my name that they have to say something good after it. So it
Oh,
should
I like
never
that.
be like, oh, Kim Sarni, oh, I hate her. It's like, no, Kim Sarni. It's like, oh, yeah, she was great.
Yes.
That sort of thing. So I think that's really important to know.
That is actually fantastic. Kim Sarni, that one, she knows how to put away a drink.
Kim Sarni, I saw her at
Exactly. Yes, seriously.
She was still at work at 6.
Yes, oh my gosh, this is so good. It's amazing. Literally, I know those nights where we are sitting and having a cocktail, and I will hear you say, oh, I have a 7 a.m. board meeting, literally, and it's most mornings. She goes morning, noon, and night. This is the only person who eats every meal with somebody for business, which is kind of amazing. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, on top of that, we know that you are, somebody who is working nonstop. But what people don't know are little details about you. So I created this little game called Rapid Fire Questions with
Yay!
Kim Sarni. How fun is this? Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Curly or straight?
Curly.
Curly, curly, curly. All right, beer or wine?
Oh, beer.
Beer, yeah, definitely. I think
Yeah.
so. But you know what?
I'm an equal opportunist.
You are. I feel like we've had a lot of good wine nights, too.
Yeah, but I'll drink anything. Just put it in front of me.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously. Okay, dress or shorts?
Oh.
Ooh,
Dress.
All right, dress. Yes.
Yes.
I do think this is actually very good. All right, so let's see. New York or Florida?
New York.
Really?
You know-
How can you say that to our Florida?
No, okay, so listen, New York is my hometown, right?
Yeah.
And I go back there weekly to reset.
Okay.
It's where I could go hug my animals, hug my husband, and then come back to Florida and be like raring to go. So I say New York because it's got the best pizza in the world.
Yes.
But right now, Florida has the best weather and my best friend.
Oh, that's so sweet. All of us. All of our best friends. Well, I also think it's amazing. On top of having the schedule that's nonstop, she then books a flight and will go home for just one day. The other day, you flew home for 24 hours just to see your husband, see the dogs, and just hang out in your New York.
Yeah.
So it really, that's amazing. Okay, heels or sneakers?
Heels.
Oh, definitely, totally. Cheap or expensive?
Cheap.
You know what? I actually, not cheap, but you like quality, just not an expensive price.
That's right. You know, I believe in making memories versus buying expensive things. So people are like, oh, why don't you walk around with a $5,000 handbag? And I'm thinking to myself, I could, but I'd rather travel the world.
Exactly, and you have. You just returned from Morocco,
Yeah.
a trip there. You were out in San Diego. I don't know how you do it. Okay, I just don't know how you do it. All right, car or train subway?
Oh, The train gets me everywhere I need to go, but I really enjoy being in my car.
Okay,
But
really?
I hate driving.
This is
I want
interesting.
somebody to drive me.
Yeah. I kind of get that because I hate driving too.
It's terrible.
And I'm a really bad driver, and you're kind of a really
I'm
bad
a
driver
terrible
too.
driver. No, I'd rather have somebody drive me. If not, I'd rather be on the train. But then I don't want to be in the subway, so I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe we should take a walk.
We should take a walk. I think that's good, actually, which you never want to do, by the way.
Not here.
I'm like,
It's
pull out to
terrible.
the house and we'll walk. And you're not doing that in heels. Okay, gold or silver? And should I say hoops?
I'm a gold person, but I will wear silver if I'm wearing silver. But I like hoops most.
Yeah,
you know
hoops.
this.
Oh, I know.
Of every kind.
Yeah, I'm like, Kim, I'll see you in the morning. I'm like, I shouldn't even be seeing you. You're not wearing your hoops. All right, I know the answer to this. Cook or clean?
Oh, neither.
Yeah! As I wrote the question, I'm like, I know the answer to this. Neither.
You see my face? I was like,
Neither. Neither. No.
you know, I'm not. I actually get anxiety in public, so I walk in there and actually,
Yes.
Scottie, this is really funny because Scottie and I ended up in Publix together, and he had a bag of dog food, I had chicken, and he had a loaf of bread, and I believe I had like some Crystal Light.
Yes.
Like, with both of us together, couldn't even form like a real meal. It was really terrible.
The best part is then we go, want to go to lunch? Sure.
because we didn't buy anything
Exactly.
meaningful.
I'm like, dog food and bread is not a good combination. Either is chicken and Crystal Light, baby girl. Oh my gosh.
So cooking gives me anxiety, and oh no, I've had a house cleaner for as long as I could afford one. So.
Yes, which is the best thing ever. You're like, and before that, it was my mom.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about two things. I want to ask you one thing because we are at Wonderland, and you love Wonderland. You're a great
do.
client of ours. What would you say is your favorite thing from Wonderland?
You know, I'm really proud of the fact that you guys have embraced the Florida lifestyle here. I love the colors, the dresses, your accessories, your purses. You know, I like to drink alcohol, so you have all these real fun cups that come around. And, you know, one
Yes.
is like I prefer my martini with my espresso. That's my favorite thing to bring on vacation.
You actually have brought it on vacation
I
and taken
have.
pictures with that and your out of office hat
Yeah.
from Wonderland. Yes.
So I think it's everything. You guys are so unique. And yes, you could buy this stuff elsewhere, but you get Scottie, you get Kelly, you get the experience, and it's a beautiful store. And you guys
Oh,
really do
you
a lot
rock.
for the community. So
That's awesome. Well, thank you. I'll take any day for a compliment. Kelly and I are all about compliments here. Okay, finally, before we wrap this up, what do you have in the pipeline? We know you have the event here Tuesday, April 12th, 5:30 to 8 o'clock. That is our piano party. What else do you have coming up that you want to sort of share with people?
you know, we have a lot of events coming up actually, and I'm very busy just in general in terms of what I'm supporting throughout the community. But in terms of SFBW and lifestyle, we have our prestigious Women Awards.
Woo! This is a fun
April
event.
20th.
Yeah.
It's going to be held at the old Neiman Marcus, and what we do is we actually transform Neiman Marcus into Neiman Marcus. So
Yeah.
we bring in all these high-end goods that can be bought and sold, and we have a Botox lady there, and Paradise Prosecco's there, and it's just a fun activation-led event that's for ladies who lunch.
It really is kind of a boozy lunch. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
it is.
It's on a Thursday or Friday.
I don't know, whatever it
I
is.
don't know what day it is, but I know I went last year and I remember leaving and being like, I don't want to go back to work. This is a
Nobody
fun
does.
party. It's so fun. All right, so you have that. What else do you have coming up?
Everything. We have our Diversity Inclusion Award
Yes.
in June. This is our second year. Last year we had 500 people there.
Yeah.
We expect to have the same this year. and it's
Amazing.
really celebrating diversity, equity, inclusion in South Florida. So this is not about, and I think it's so profound at this time of year, especially with everything that's going around with politics and the government, people trying to stop who you are. But we're not just celebrating one race or color or creed or belief. We're celebrating everybody and what they're doing to kind of change the face of diversity and inclusion.
Awesome. All right. Also, I'm going to give one little hey. We are co-chairing because you asked me to be your
Yes.
co-chair an event for Flight. They are. It's coming up May 19th. That is going to be at the Hard Rock. We'll have more details on that to come. We may need to do another one of these with a little fashion portion
I think
for
so.
that coming up. Okay, Kim Sarni, you are such a treasure. You are a treasure to me. Every day I write down in my gratitude journal. I start the day with gratitude. And you made the list 3 times this week. That's impressive. And in my attractions, I've got a lot of different attractions. I won't share what they are.
I think I already know.
Yeah, you know. You totally know. All right, so Thank you for joining us for the first episode of Escape to Wonderland. Kelly and I are so happy to host you here in the store. We'll be doing different parties. We'll have different events around this. So tune in. Also, we will have the link for Kim Sarni's Instagram, Facebook, as well as boutique_Wonderland. So you can follow everything that's going on. And look, you can use your keyboard.
Yay!
Please come to the piano party. We want to see you there. And please help Kim bring boxes and boxes full of pianos. And you know what? I just want one person to show up with a baby grand.
Bring that Steinway to me.
Exactly. I'll help her get it to the airport. Okay, we'll see you right here next week at Escape to Wonderland. And come shop us in store anytime. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Scotty. Thank you, Kelly.